Hello everyone, welcome back to the Integrity Botanicals YouTube channel. Today I am doing a series that I think you guys love, and that is a one brand tutorial. Today I'm going to be featuring the wonderful Hynt Beauty, one of my longest green beauty loves. They make one of the best full coverage concealers, if you guys did not know. But today I wanted to share with you a fabulous new eyeshadow palette they have. This is their Sweet Candy Apple palette, which I am just in love with. We've got a really beautiful neutral matte. We've got a shimmering pink and a shimmering bronze, all of which I'm wearing on my eyes here today. The skin is all Hynt Beauty, as well as the lip and the brows. So just sharing with you some favorites, both old and new, and one of just my signature really easy 3 eyeshadow, easy to achieve but looks like I tried really hard, my favorite thing to do kind of looks. So if you guys want to see the new Hynt Beauty palette in action, you want to see some of my favorite Hynt Beauty products at work as well, then please keep watching. Alright, just because it's getting a little cooler out, don't think I forgot about my sunscreen. So I'm using one of my very favorites. This is the Sun Prep from Hynt Beauty. This one is a really nice SPF 25, and this one has a very lightweight gel-like texture that doesn't at all leave a white cast on the skin. So I start with that before going with concealer, and the Duet Perfecting Concealer from Hynt Beauty is so full coverage and so great that I am using this just under the eyes, around the nose, chin, and then I've got a little sunspot on my cheek that I'm covering as well that you can't really see here, but you can imagine it. And then of course using the Hynt Beauty Flawless Complexion Sponge to blend all of this in, and you can see it blends beautifully, covers up everything I need to cover. Feel free to go in and add more if you need it, but I really like to let my skin breathe. For a little extra bit of coverage, and since I did just go in with so much concealer, I am going to set the face with the Encore powder from Hynt Beauty. I'm using the shade Sand. It adds just a little bit of coverage, not a ton, and is also going to set all that concealer in place. For bronzer, I'm going in with the bronzer from Han and this Antonym No. 2 brush. I love this pairing. It's really great. It's a really nice, soft, diffused bronzer. Just looking for a little bit of color on the face. Not much contouring or anything like that in all of the usual places. For blush, this is one of the Axiology Tinted Dews, which are sort of like a balmy, but these are also multi-use products. This one is designed to use on the cheeks. I cannot remember the name of the color, but it's really beautiful, almost like strawberry red, that I go ahead and apply and blend in with my sponge. I'll have the shade down below. For brows, we are using the Hynt Beauty Brow Definer. I love the shade Espresso, and I am just using this angled brow brush. You can see I almost do a little bit of a line at the top, little bit on the bottom, and then on the tail. I have done this only 19 million times here on the channel, but I've not used the brow definer in so long, and I forget how much I love this product. It is so easy to use. And then there's that palette in all its glory. This is the Sweet Candy Apple palette, the latest and greatest from Hynt. You know it, you love it. And I'm going in with that matte shade, and I'm just going to start with this all over my eyelids just to sort of set the concealer that I put in place and also help everything else that I put on top of it blend. Then after that, I'm going in with the beautiful bronze shade. I'm using this dense dome-like brush from Delium Tools, and I'm going to lay it on relatively thick, mapping out that feline sort of shape that I want. And you could see this shade is going to start blending out beautifully with the Delium Tools 785 brush. Just a lot of back and forth here with that matte shade and just the clean blending brush. If you wanted to go in with some of that bronzer to help diffuse the shade, you could definitely do that as well. I do take just a little bit of it on this more pointed brush underneath the lash line as well. This is just a personal preference. I love sort of matching those two corners up, especially when I'm doing that more elongated shape. To further accentuate that shape, I'm going in with a concealer brush and a little bit more of my Duet Perfecting Concealer. Since this is a full coverage option, this is really great for sort of cleaning up any lines that you would like, and I'm going to do this not once, but twice, and this is one of my favorite tips and tricks. It can erase any mistake. So I go in and I add a little bit more of that bronze shade. I just wanted a little bit more depth and dimension there, and again, buffing it out. Lots of back and forth that you don't see here on camera, but you can imagine it. Then I'm going to go with my finger in that beautiful center shade. Look at how beautifully that applies. This is great. And I like applying this last because I don't want to disrupt any of the color. I want it to be really nice, full on and metallic on the lid. And this pink shade is just so complimentary. I am putting this brow definer to work today. If you want to just maximize your product, this one is so great for that. I'm taking the same brow brush and I am just going to do a little bit of a wing. And you can see, because the brow definer is almost like a gel-like sheer texture that's not at all waxy, it's actually quite malleable, as you can see here. It's a little bit more sheer, so it's not super saturated and rich. So it's going to almost give like a whisper of a winged liner, which is exactly what I'm looking for. Again, intensifies the shape and adds a little bit of drama on the eyes. I'm going to go in and add just a little bit more of this just to make sure it's nice and punchy there on the lid. Before I go in with one of my favorites, this is the Hynt Beauty Flirt Mascara. I love layering this. I love wearing on its own. I've been using this tube probably a good month now, maybe even month and a half. And it's one of those mascaras that it just kind of gets a little bit better, even as it gets a little bit drier. It wears nicely. It's really lightweight on the lashes and it breaks down beautifully as well. Once I do that, I'm using the brow definer again. A little pro tip. It doesn't need to be the brow definer. If you have a brow pencil, this will work as well. This color is just particularly amazing. Again, this is the shade Espresso. It's perfect for lining your lips because it looks like a very natural shadow. Hynt Beauty does such a good job at their brow shades that I feel like you could even go a shade lighter than this if you're a little bit more fair skinned than me. But I love this so much. So I'm lining my lips with this and I will just sort of buff it in with my fingers. You can see here just to diffuse the line. And then go right in with my favorite Hynt Beauty lipstick. This is the shade Bellini Nude. You can see it's a beautiful pinky nude peach, but it is not too pale. I could wear this on its own, but with that little lip liner trick I just did, it completes this look perfectly. All right, everyone, that is it. This is my completed look using all Hynt Beauty products. I know I haven't given them a little bit of love in a while, so I wanted to sit down and share, especially because this new Candy Apple Eye Palette is absolutely beautiful. And seriously, I forgot how much I love Bellini Nude. That is a nice fresh tube, and seriously, it is one of my all-time favorite nude lipstick. So as always, every single product that I used here on my face today will be linked in that description box down below. I will also include some other helpful Hynt Beauty videos down below as well. I know a lot of my Hynt Beauty videos could probably use a little bit of a refresh, so if you want any new swatch videos, please let me know what you would like to see next. If you like this video, you love Hynt Beauty, you like me even a little bit, give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe. I do upload new videos here every single week and I don't want you guys to miss them. But that is it from me today. If you want to check out any of our social media channels, that is also included in the description box down below. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for your consistent love and support, and I will catch you guys in my next one. Bye.